You've heard people say, just use ChatGPT to help you code. But here's the catch. If you rely too much on ChatGPT, you actually stop thinking. And if you don't use it at all, you're learning slower than you could be. Today, I'm going to speak about how to use ChatGPT in order to learn faster, not necessarily lazier. Let's get into it. So if you're new, my name is Zazo. I've been coding for over 10 years and I've been working in tech for over 8 years. And when I was first starting to code, there was no ChatGPT. It was Stack Overflow and a whole bunch of different reading through a whole bunch of different things. And you never really got a tailored answer for anything that you were specifically working on. So coming from that and now being able to use ChatGPT is such a difference maker. However, newbies always tend to use it incorrectly and they end up not learning a single thing, just treating it like a vending machine. I asked for this, I want this. With that, you never really learn anything. You get the code, but you don't get better. A little funny story, I was working and some person came up to me and wanted me to kind of quality check some code that they had, a little script that they wanted to run. And I went to them and I asked them a simple question of, what is this intended to do right here? So they gave me the synopsis of, it's supposed to go in here and change certain things in a file directory. And I said, okay, what happens if this goes wrong? They completely were dismantled and distraught because they had never thought about that. And the thing was, is they used ChatGPT. It gave them the code and they had no idea how it worked. So we tested it and I told them to run it and they deleted everything in that folder. Luckily, we made a backup. The lesson here is that blindly copying and pasting from ChatGPT doesn't always give you the expected results, and it doesn't always factor in edge cases, especially if you don't know the edge cases yourself. So how I like to think of ChatGPT, and this is how you actually 10x your learning, not just being a code generator. The trick is to use ChatGPT more of like a mentor, not a crutch. So when I was first starting to code, one thing I wish I had was a mentor. Guess what I have now? ChatGPT. And ChatGPT is 24/7. I don't have to call them and wait for a text or wait for a phone call or a Zoom meeting. ChatGPT is always there when I need it. Therefore, it's not here to just write for you. It can explain, it can guide, and it can actually help you think. So I'm gonna give you some tactical use cases on how to actually use ChatGPT for your benefit in the learning code. And then I'm gonna give you some things to really avoid and stay away from, and it can really lead you down a slippery slope into you not learning and actually doing the opposite of what you want to happen. So the first thing is you want to learn by explaining your code to ChatGPT. What do I mean by this? Paste your code into ChatGPT and ask, can you explain what this does? Do you know how I can improve it? You'll start catching bugs. You'll start understanding why ChatGPT may change things or recommend different things, or sometimes it actually may recommend something that isn't ideal and you'll be able to spot it over time. Or you'll do it and it'll break and then you'll ask it and you'll reiterate. But the key thing is it's not a vending machine. You're not using it as a vending machine and you're not just taking it for face value. You're actually, sounds a little weird, but you're having a conversation with ChatGPT. You're really treating it like a mentor. So use it for concepts that you just don't understand, but go even deeper than that. For example, if you have questions about data structures, algorithms, let's say a simple for loop or a nested for loop, right? Ask it to explain a for loop as if I was a 5-year-old and give me 2 real examples of how it can be used in a real world problem. With this type of layered learning, it's actually going to help the concepts and the explanations stick with you in order for you to be able to do it in the future and you to really grasp the concept. Another cool thing that you can do is you can ask ChatGPT to quiz you. So after you've done all of your different things, you can ask ChatGPT, hey, can you quiz me specifically on something like Python loops and make it harder if I actually get the question right. This will help you actively recall, which makes you 10 times more effective than just passively reading something or just passively copy and pasting something. Great and key thing that I use ChatGPT for right now, which I love, is I use it to debug. So with this, be careful. It's not just, hey, I got this error, what's going on? ChatGPT gives you something, you go and copy and paste it. That's not what I'm talking about. Explain specifically, what did you change? Where did you put, whatever it is that made a break? Also copy and paste the error. But when it gives you something, it may give you code, ask it to explain what is the difference between what I have and what you are giving me, and why did mine not work. This will keep your problem solving skills sharp and actually know what you were missing, rather than just saying mine didn't work, ChatGPT's did. You can say mine didn't work because of these different things. Therefore, in the future, I know what to look out for. So now I'm gonna go into the things that you should avoid. These are traps, and I fell into them even now being in the game for so long. So be very careful. If I can fall into them, you can too. So just be careful. I hinted on this one, but blindly copying and pasting. If you can't explain what the code does, do not paste it into your project. Second thing is skipping the fundamentals. ChatGPT won't save you if you don't understand the fundamentals of loops, functions, data types. It should build on what you know. Another thing that can happen, and I've seen it happen with myself as well, is you can use ChatGPT to really procrastinate what you're doing and literally just continuously and endlessly prompt it to where you actually don't do anything and you make zero progress. Set some type of limit, learn what you need, then get back to building. Do not spend time on just asking ChatGPT for an hour or two in a ever infinite loop, because that's just going to take you back to square one where you're not learning anything and you're just passively reading what ChatGPT has to say. So the main thing here is that ChatGPT can be a great tool, and it is a great tool, and so are all these other AI tools. Here is a simple way to just think about it. You think first about what you want to know, you ask second. Struggle a little bit, guess, reflect, then use ChatGPT to confirm, correct, and explain what you were trying to find out. The key takeaway here is that ChatGPT can be very great, and it can 10x your learning if you use it correctly. It's supposed to be a tool and not a shortcut. Remember, if the only thing you can copy and paste, that's the only thing that you can do, you are just a code generator. You're not a software engineer. If you can copy and paste code from ChatGPT, you can be replaced by ChatGPT. If you can't do anything other than that, what value do you bring? None whatsoever. So just remember that. ChatGPT, use it like a tutor or a mentor that is 24/7 by your side. But at the end of the day, the learning still has to come from you. So let me know in the comments, what are some of the cool things you learned from ChatGPT, and how do you use ChatGPT in order to learn or 10x your learning? Love, peace, and chicken grease. Like this video, subscribe to the channel. I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.